Hey, good morning, guys. So here's how Steven went from struggling to sell $150 fitness coaching to making $2,160 in a single 47-minute Zoom meeting. So this is Steven here. He's an online fitness coach, and this is a paid in full deal, completely upfront. And this literally would have taken him hundreds of hours at his current job to make the same amount of money. But after transforming the structure of this coaching business and upgrading his skill set, he's now able to easily close high-ticket paid in full deals just like this one. So first, a little context on Steven. Steven had recently dropped out of college and moved all the way across the country from Maryland to Texas to live on his own in his first apartment. And he's going all in on his fitness coaching business. He's a super passionate guy and wants to change lives, and he really burned the boats here. This is the first time he's fully financially responsible for himself. He dropped out of college, he moved across the country, and he has absolutely no choice but to succeed with this business. However, he was lacking a clear roadmap. He wasn't sure what things he should be working on to actually scale the business. He was stuck charging super low ticket at only $150 a month, and he was barely getting on any calls with prospects at all. And if he did, they were with completely unqualified prospects. And these usually ended up being broke college students who couldn't afford anything. And even at this super low price point, clients were turning from his program because they couldn't afford it. And this is a super clear indication that he was just attracting the wrong types of people to work with. So what would it have taken to make $2,160 before? And before I go into this and break down the numbers, I want to say that the effort involved in signing a high-ticket client or a low-ticket client are basically the same thing, except in this case, you're making 14.4 times less. The process is the same. You just get someone on a call, see if you're a good fit, and close the deal, right? And when you're selling low-ticket and targeting these types of people, you're going to encounter a lot more of these types of people here, where they have all these issues, than these types of people. This is just a meme that I saw and I thought it applied here. So to make $2,160 before at the $150 a month price point, he would have needed to sign 15 fitness clients or had 15 clients paying him every single month, right? And it would actually end up being a lot more than 14.4 times the effort to sign this amount of low ticket clients than it would be to sign that one high ticket client. So it's not like these are two equal paths going to the same destination. Because if you go the low ticket route, there's so much more time and effort and sacrifice involved to get to the same destination, right? He would have had to find so many more leads, spend so much more time DMing these leads, gone on so many more sales calls, and it would have been more than 15 times the amount of work to actually fulfill for all of these clients, right? So now, instead of being responsible for one person's fitness transformation to make this amount of money, he's responsible for 15. The amount of work is just so out of balance here. And all the time and energy that's going to go into providing for these 15 clients is taking away from the energy that he should be putting into client acquisition. And when you're selling low ticket, you need to acquire so many more clients. So it's even more important that you have time to spend on this. But in this case, he wouldn't, because he'd be stuck fulfilling for his current clients. Another way that Steven could have made $2,160 was 135 hours at his current part-time job. So he's currently making around $16 an hour at his job, which comes out to 135 hours before taxes are taken out. And this is 5.625 days. This is just so much time, literally like a month or months of work to make the same amount of money that he did in less than an hour on a Zoom call. This is powerful stuff. And this would really suck if he needed to work that much to make this amount of money. So how did he do it in one Zoom call? Let's break it down. So a high level overview of what we did is right here. These are the pillars that we worked in, and for each of them, we did some specific things. So the first thing that we worked on together was mindset, and we overcame a lot of limiting beliefs about the value that he has to deliver to the marketplace. He wasn't fully confident that he could be selling high ticket like this, and if you're not sure of the value that you have, then your prospects will never be sure of it, and they're never going to pay you high ticket prices. So it was super important that we tackled this first. After that, we honed in his targeting, so now he's going over a specific segment of the market. Before, he wasn't targeting any specific group of people. He was just a fitness coach, not for any type of specific person. And because of this, he was attracting people who had no money, who weren't getting crazy transformations, and were just not the ideal clients for him to work with. So we got crystal clear on that. We also changed his primary social media focus from TikTok over to Instagram. So he has tens of thousands of followers and millions of likes and views on TikTok. But Instagram is still the superior platform for making sales on, because you can just DM people. And it's also going to attract higher quality prospects. And after that, we increased the value of his offer dramatically. So before this, he was stuck selling $150 a month coaching, and he was literally doing the same thing as every other generic online fitness coach. You get a meal plan, you get your workout, and maybe some check-in. But we actually added so many things to increase the value of his program where he could be charging $2,000 and get paid upfront. After that, we worked on the marketing. So now that we have a specific group of people that we're helping and we have a super high value offer for them and our mindset's good and we know the value that we can provide for them, how do we actually market this, So the first thing that we did was optimize his Instagram profile. So we changed up the messaging on his profile so it specifically appeals to this ideal niche of people that we talked about before. And we also added a lot of content assets on the profile that actually do the selling for him and warm up leads for him. So instead of posting videos of him just looking ripped AF, which is more most motivational type content, and this is what a lot of people in the fitness industry do, they're just posting like very aesthetic videos of their body and like in the gym, working out, motivational type stuff, which is great, but it's really not going to get you clients. And we shifted up his approach. So he's now posting value-based content where we're speaking to the specific pain points and desired outcomes of his ideal client avatar and actually providing value to them and showing that we have value to deliver. We also launched audience building ads, and these are super simple ads that basically just fill up his audience with his ideal niche of clients. So now that all the foundations are in place and we have traffic of his ideal client avatar coming into his ecosystem, we actually need to warm them up and get ready to buy. And to do this, we created educational sales assets. These are longer form videos that actually get the prospects in your audience ready to buy from you. So in Steven's case with the educational sales asset, he was speaking about how he was able to actually have this crazy transformation in just a year. The pain points of being at this state, how good it feels to be at this state, and how he was able to actually have this transformation. There's so much value in this educational sales asset, and it really shows the ideal client that Steven knows what he's talking about. He's done this before, and he has a process to actually get you from point A to point B. And we're convincing them that this is the process that they need to actually have the same transformation themselves. And after people watch this video, it's so much easier to actually make the sale to them. He's not stuck explaining his whole process on the sales call. People get on the call knowing what they're getting themselves into. And if they didn't like the process, they wouldn't have even gotten on the call in the first place. So this is also filtering out low quality leads that wouldn't be a good fit for the program in the first place, which saves Steven time on sales calls as well. And then we really dialed in Steven's sales process. So we did a lot of work on sales training and got him really good at closing deals. And the first thing that we did was come up with a custom sales framework. So this is obviously a super high level overview, but I'll kind of speak about how it works. On the calls, the first thing Steven's doing is getting a super clear idea of where's the client at, their current state. And then we're learning about why are they not where they want to be, right? Like why are they currently failing? What's holding them back? Why are they not able to do this themselves? And getting really clear on what that actually is for them. Then we're figuring out where do they want to go? Where does this client want to be? What transformation do they want to have? And then after Steven has all of this information, we know where they're at, why they can't get to where they want to go, and where they want to go. Steven's able to actually make his pitch in a very specific way that addresses all of this information that he was gathering in the first part of the call. And having this framework in place really improves the structure of the calls and helps close high ticket deals with a much higher closing percentage. We also did a lot of one-to-one sales role play. So I was taking the role of prospect and Steven was doing the deals. And I was just hitting him with a lot of objections and helping him realize how to actually overcome these and how to handle himself on a sales call. We also did a lot of objection handling work, and also after all of the calls that he went on, he would actually send them to me, to give him personalized reviews and feedback, and even sometimes hop on calls so we could go over it together. And honestly, there's a lot more that went into this, but these are the highest impact things that we worked on together to actually allow him to make $2,000 or more in just an hour Zoom call. So like I said, this was just a little case study, a little high level overview of what worked for Steven. But if you're interested in more of an in-depth breakdown of the exact step-by-step roadmap to go implement this for yourself, I actually made another video where I go a lot more into details and the specific things that you can do to actually do this in your own business. So if you're interested in that, you can go click on the screen or maybe in the description, I don't know where I'll put it, and go watch that video. And also, if you're interested in reaching out to me, you can reach out to me on Instagram at max.hastings. I respond to all my DMs. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some value and clarity on some things that you could do in your business. And yeah, thank you guys so much and have a great rest of your day.